Anything specific you are looking for from our shared breath practice today?
Some down regulation.
All right, well, let's come into a comfortable posture. And if that down regulation would be facilitated by a reclined shape, feel free to do so, right? In our pranayama practice, we're typically in an upright seated position. And that's not just to keep us alert, it's also to help retrain the muscular structure of the breath patterning. So, aligning head over shoulders, over ribs, over hips. And for me, that means knitting the ribs back a little bit. For some, it means shifting the pelvis or the head, right? We're looking to have that nice tall spine, shoulder blades in and down, and the spine supplely, nice soft curve in the lumbar, soft curve in the cervical, meaning the low back and the neck. If the hands are resting on your lap, you might turn the palms up and draw the elbows back to help with that weight bearing, right? So that the thoracic spine isn't holding the weight of the arms, but rather gravity is. And then just start to notice how it feels to breathe. And wouldn't it be great if this was enough, just as it is? Just to breathe. And it is. It truly, truly is enough. But I know full well, at least from my experience, it doesn't very often feel like it's enough. It feels like it's a requirement so that I can do the things. And if I can breathe faster, I can get the things done faster. If I breathe bigger, I can do more. When really, the opposite is true. I can think more clearly and therefore act more intentionally when my breath is slow and steady, deep and full. Feel the support beneath you, the earth element holding you. And it's raining right now. But can you connect with the water element, whether it's with the sound of the rain outside or even the feeling of that fluidity of your blood moving through your body? Maybe it's a blinking of your eyes and feeling the moisture, the saliva in your mouth. Feel the element of water and how it assists and supports you. proprioceptive awareness, where your body is in space. Maybe it's the space between your upper and lower teeth, the arrangement of your legs, or maybe it's the space between thoughts. This is what we call the ether in our 5 elements philosophy from the Samkhya tradition, the philosophy foundation to yoga. In other words, how is the ether, how is space supporting you in this moment to breathe more deeply, more fully? How does the body's shape adjust and adapt to how the breath moves in and out? Can you feel how the ribs separate? The collarbones and the shoulder blades lift and tilt. How the belly puffs. What is your relationship with space by way of the breath? And the breath itself is reflective of the element of air. Not just oxygen, but all of the gases that comprise air. Feel the temperature of the air as it touches your exposed skin. Perhaps you're in the pathway of air circulating, be it from a fan or a heating unit or a cooling unit, or even the flow of air as it exits your nose on the upper lip of your mouth. How is air contributing to your care right now? How is air enabling you to down-regulate your nervous system? Let the exhale perhaps grow longer, maybe twice as long as your inhale. If you're tracking the elements with me, we've come to the final element of fire, the heat of transformation. And as it's midday, perhaps your belly is reflective of hunger or digestion if you've had your meal. But equally so, the body is processing each breath, each sensory data in the mind. This transformation of raw ingredients into knowledge, wisdom, practice. This is transformation on a cellular level that begins and ends with the breath. How does the breath feel now? How does the body feel? How does the mind feel? And if some more down regulation would be helpful, bring on that sighing, vocalizing exhale. Or perhaps a little more elegant, the Ujjayi breath on the exhale. Or if you need a little more support, perhaps you use your hands and just stroke on that exhale, downward from the chest. Another option of a sun breath on the inhale, and then the hands press down as if compressing the energy into that grounding earth. The breath start to come back to its natural flow. In other words, whatever control, body, mind, breath, effort, let that go. And just let the breath move, trusting in this science that is the balance of the inhale and the exhale. The vacuum that is created within, seeking its union, its balance with the oneness of the universe. Feel yourself filled up, not by a choice of the mind, but as an allowing from prana within. Relax. The shoulders and the shoulder blades soften. Perhaps there's tension across the forehead or around the eyes. You let it go. The pace of your breath might increase just a little bit. That's okay. We're preparing for what's next. Perhaps the inhale and the exhale become a little more balanced in their length. Or maybe it's more of a variable length. When things have settled, let your hands come to rest at or on your heart. If for any reason you feel like a little more time in this easy, non-controlled breath would help you transition back to what's left of your day, stay with this. But my hope is that by settling here together, you're starting to feel renewed, restored, building your resilience to return to the challenges that are living in our everyday. That is the goal. That is the purpose of our practice, to help us live better. Receive this blessing. May you breathe deeply and move freely so you may labor loving and live vibrantly. May you be well. Namaste. Thank you.